Hey, this is Badu from Toyota City. Today I'm going to show you how to adjust some basic settings on this 2012 Prius C using the multi-information display. On the 2012 Toyota Prius C, I'm able to adjust some basic settings through the multi-information display, and to access them I'm going to use the display and trip buttons here right on the steering wheel. The very first thing I'll need to do is push display, and you're going to see again on that multi-information display I'm going to access different bits of information. Today we're going to focus on this particular one, screen settings and screen off. So what I did there was I held display, and now we're into this particular screen here. So we're going to go into these individual menus here, and I'm going to start by pushing display once. Now I'm onto the basic settings. To go ahead and access them, I'll hold down display, and there we are. From here, as you can see, we can adjust the date, the clock mode, language, and so on. And we're going to return back to the previous screen here. Now, I'm going to push display a couple of times now to highlight Set Eco Savings. Now that it's highlighted, I'll push and hold down display. And what you're going to see here, I'm going to be able to adjust some information here, first starting with the gas prices. The importance of this is it will give me an accurate readout of my cost for a trip if I put in the appropriate fuel prices. So I'm going to hold down display, and from here I can use display and trip to adjust it. So if gas prices were lower than the 260 that's shown here, you'd push trip to reach the appropriate price. But more than likely we're going to need to push display and go up. Now if you hold display in, it will go a little bit faster. And today's prices, we're going to use $3.50 a gallon. So if we overshoot it, it's going to be very easy to bring it back by just pushing trip. I can come down. If I don't make any changes within 5 seconds, it will automatically bring me back to this screen here. Now we have a fuel consumption comparison here, and I can go ahead and push display to come up to the screen here, and now I can turn that feature on or off. And this allows me to compare my fuel mileage versus a separate vehicle that maybe I'm replacing it to. So let's assume that I used to get 28 miles per gallon. I will then have the opportunity to get a comparison of what this particular Prius is getting versus what that other vehicle would have gotten. And for the eco savings here, I can choose how much detail I want. Essentially, right now it's set on the basic level of details, and I can go ahead and push display at this point and hold it down. And now I've selected more details as opposed to just the basic bits of information. So from here you can see return is again highlighted. If I push and hold down display, we can go back to our main screen again. So we went through the basic settings, we went through eco savings. Now I'm going to go down to menu screen selection. Holding down display will allow me to access this particular screen here. Now the very first option is eco savings record. Do I want it to keep track of all of my savings, of my fuel economy savings? If I do, I'm going to push and hold down display to select on. It's also going to show me my average consumption every 5 minutes. If I want that to be shown, I'm going to select on here by pushing and holding down display. And the past record on this particular vehicle, obviously if you want to reset it at any point in time, push and hold down display here. Now the next step is, do you want to see your monthly average or the absolute best fuel economy you've gotten out of this vehicle here, or no information at all? So right now, if I push and hold down what it's highlighting monthly average, that's it. Or I can push and hold down display to select on best. And at any point in time, we can go back to turning that off again. So highlight the actual button, the actual feature you want to use, push and hold down display, and that's it. So now we'll go back to return here. Again, it's highlighted. Push and hold down display. Back to the main screen. We've talked about the basic settings. We've gone through eco savings. We've gone to the menu screen selection. This next step here is if I want to turn off the screen entirely. If you found it distracting, you could go ahead and turn it off, and you will only get the basic information from that screen. Now I'm going to go through display to bring that up again. Now remember, that screen was the screen and settings off. So I'm going to push and hold down display, and here we are again. The very last step below screen off is set the clock. We had adjusted that earlier. If you do need to adjust your clock, please refer to a previous video. Once we have all the adjustments made, we can scroll down to return. When it's highlighted, push and hold down display, and we're back to our main screen. And that's how we would adjust some of the basic settings using the multi-information display of a 2012 Prius C. I'm Badu from Toyota City, and thank you for watching.